We are at our second 1,000 trails.
And we started a new community.
I think I might have blown our annual maintenance budget.
But we'll tell you all about it.
So stick around. Welcome back to the Wild Blue Wanderers channel. I'm Scott.
And I'm Ashley.
We are at the Bay Landing 1,000 Trails.
Yep, and that is in Bridgeport, Texas.
Yeah, it's been a pretty nice place so far.
Yep.
On the way here, we got a chance to see a few Super Cs.
Are any of these yours?
Super C RV. Yeah,
That was a chicken.
Yeah.
It's like the popsicle. Super C. From Maine.
Nice long straight shoulder that looks like it has room on it.
That's endurance?
Super C. Show hauler. Or is that a Renegade?
I couldn't tell for sure.
I think it's a show hauler.
Super C, little Super C.
Super C. And
Renegade.
I sing it. That's a Mack truck.
Super C and
Integra.
So speaking of Super Cs, we just started a new Super C community.
Yeah, it's on Facebook, and it is called the Super C RV Community. It's all brands and all fans.
So we started that, I think it was like the 25th of October, and it's grown to, 1.3 thousand already or something like that. It's grown very quick.
And that's, we've actually approved everyone who's joined because we didn't want a bunch of spammers and bots. We didn't want to make it a public group.
Right.
And so those are what I consider almost 1.3 thousand vetted members. So
Yeah.
mostly Super C owners of all different brands, and then a lot of people who are shopping for Super Cs or just what do we call them, enthusiasts.
Yep. And we're keeping it, it's not a sales place. It's not a place to list your RVs for sale.
No, there's lots of those on
There's
Facebook.
a lot of places to go find those. This is just for people to share ideas, build community. And we've already had a lot of people passing around ideas and how they've done fixes and given advice back and forth. So it's been really exciting.
And people who've been like thinking about getting a Super C, they've asked some questions. So it's been really cool. So it's something that you're interested in. We'll put a link in the description below, and you are welcome to join. So We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. We're also started a website.
Yep.
It's rough, but it's there.
It's a work in progress.
And we're looking at maybe eventually starting a off Facebook forums, because I know a lot of people like to do forums and stuff. So if any of you guys are web page people or forum people and want to help us out with some of that, you write us an email, let us know.
Yep, you can email us at wildbluerv@gmail.com, or there's also links in our wildbluerv.com webpage, or our new webpage for the Super C RV community, which is aptly named supercrvcommunity.com.
Right. But speaking of that, since it's grown so fast, a couple people actually asked if we were going to do a rally, and we had that thoughts in the back of our mind.
Someday.
Right. But since everybody's kind of joined so fast and actually started asking for it, we actually decided to start and set up a rally.
And it's going to be October 2026, so October 7th through 11th in Tokerville, Utah. And I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's outside of St. George, Utah. And again, all brands are welcome and all fans.
Yep.
So if it's something that you're interested in going, so far, I think we reserved 50 sites, and over half of the sites are reserved already, which is really pretty cool for our very first rally.
Yeah, so go to, we'll have a link in the description. It's on our Facebook. It's on the Facebook group page, and it's also on the web page, so all the details are there. But yeah, even if you're somebody that's looking at potentially getting a Super C someday, I think this would be a great place. There's going to be all different brands. We've got a ton of different brands already signed up to come.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can just look around and see all the different things. I'm sure most people are real willing to show their rig out, you know, but
yeah,
you can check out and see what things you like.
And we think it's going to be a really good time. People are already excited about it. And, you know, we're going to have some meals and some time to socialize, as well as some educational sessions that we're hoping for. And then most likely we'll do some giveaways.
Yeah. It seems like it's a long way off, being, what, 10 months away, but I'm sure it's going to get here super fast.
Yep. So make sure to check that out.
Yep.
Well, in our last video, or one of our last videos, we promised that we would update you on, as we go, on our 1,000 Trails experiences.
Right.
And so this is our second 1,000 Trails, and I just want you to take a look behind us. We have a waterfront site. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's not a high-end fancy resort place, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's quiet. It's been peaceful. They're not all concrete sites. They're not the levelest sites. We got blocks under the wheels to level us up, but I'll tell you, it's been really peaceful and nice.
Some of the things I like that I've seen so far is the space between the campsites are pretty large.
Yeah.
They had a clean bathhouse. It wasn't anything fancy, but I did use it one time, since the site we're at is only water and electric,
Right.
and the sewer hookups.
No sewer hookups.
Yeah, no sewer hookups. Sorry, that hasn't been a problem, but it's something we need to watch. So
Right.
I use the laundry room to do laundry instead of our rig.
Yep. They do have a pump truck driving by quite a bit, and I didn't hear all the details. It's $10, I think.
$10, and it's twice a week, so
Yeah.
you just have to call and arrange it. But
Yep. We actually had to pull out. We'll get into that later. Halfway through the week, so halfway through our stay. We're here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So after the first week, we pulled out, filled everything up, and came back. But we'll get into that in a few minutes.
you didn't fill it up; you emptied it.
Emptied it. Yes, that's true.
You didn't fill it up. But anyway, he was able to dump the tanks halfway through, and that makes it really a 2-week stay really easy.
Yep.
So, but we'll show you a little overview of the RV park, and so far so good.
It's not a full-on resort, but it does have a swimming pool area.
Mini golf.
Mini golf. It had a dog park, but that wasn't the greatest experience. Well, it's super nice. They got a dog run, but it is absolutely full of the little sticker burrs. So it's like about worthless to let your dogs run in, because they can't walk without getting the sticker burrs in their feet. So anyway, we'll get out of here and take them to walk somewhere else.
We are lakefront. Unfortunately, it's been a little cold.
Yeah, it's been quite chilly. I actually had to disconnect the water hoses. Well, here at Bay Landing, it got down to close 30 degrees or so, just right about freezing this morning. Luckily, nothing froze up, but it's supposed to get even colder tonight, from what I understand. So we got our tanks full on the motorhome. I filled the tanks up. I'm going to disconnect our water. We'll run off the tank and the pump today and tonight until the weather warms back up. I think it's supposed to get warmer later in the week, but it's a pretty nice place. There's a view of the lake through the trees. Not too bad. And this is water and electric only. It does have a 50 amp connector, water. There's a dump station just around the corner over on the other side, so we could either tote it over there or unhook and go over there. But as I mentioned, halfway through our stay, we decided to pull the motorhome out because it was time to get some new tires. Hey, good morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning. We're still at Bridgeport, Texas, Bay Landing 1,000 Trails, and it got down to almost 25 degrees last night. Pretty chilly. Doesn't feel too bad standing here in the sun right now, but I think it's still technically freezing. So Today we are going to pack the motorhome up, move some stuff around just enough to pull it out of here. We're going to go empty the tanks because they're almost full, and then I'm going to go to a tire shop that's just about 5 miles down the road, and we're going to get some new rubber on the motorhome. So our tire date is 32nd week of 2018, so that puts them just about 7 years old. And you know, there's debates on that. Some people say change them every 5 years. Some say 8, 6 years, whatever. Michelin says between 7 and 10 years. So we're right at that 7-year mark. They actually look really well. They got a lot of good tread left on them. I am getting a little bit funny wear on the front. I call it kind of I think they called it a river wear pattern, where it kind of goes around the tire. But I've checked everything out. Everything looks good alignment wise and wheel bearing wise. So I think it's just something in the tires. I did some reading on it. So anyway, we're going to finish getting buttoned up here so we can pull down the road and get our tanks emptied and go get the new tires. All right, we're going to pull out of our site here. We're going to go empty the tanks. Well, I guess I'm going to go empty the tanks. And then I'm going to go get some new tires. So we pulled out of here, get over the dump station's literally just one row straight across right there. So we'll go down and around here, get emptied out, and then head down the 5 miles to the, I think it was T&W tire sales. So, and there's the dump station. You can see our tent right over there through the trees. Here we go, into the shop. And there we are. There we go, we got the rear ones off the ground. Getting right on it. Well, they got us right in there. They got the tires in stock, so we're gonna get some new shoes. Yeah, it's gonna kill our maintenance budget for the year between that and everything else, but you know what? It's all good, so safety first, right? Isn't that what they say? So if you're in Bridgeport, T&W Tire, keep that in mind. There's one of the new ones going on.
So it's my job to puppy sit the dogs while Scott's getting tires on Big Blue. So we have the campsite here. Those are the blocks that the motorhome was on. We have a pile of our stuff. I have a makeshift fence so Laurel doesn't go over to the neighbors because she's just on her little tether there. But I've got a beautiful view of the lake. The dogs are just chillaxing. I will say, it's a great day.
You ready, Loki? Well, easy peasy. $5,000+ later, we got 6 new pieces of rubber. So, a lot of money, but you know, safety, I think, is important. So we'll see how these things do, and we'll report back down the road in a year or so, or 6 months, or whatever, and see what we think of them. So we're going to head back to the RV park now and get set back up in our spot. We got empty tanks and new tires. So we did go with a little bit different style this time. I wanted a little bit more traction, so we got an actual highway steer tire on the front. We got a traction Line-X Grip D tire on the back. Kind of a funky tread pattern, but we want to do something with a little bit better traction. The other one, we've had them slip on us a little bit when we had to skiff of snow on the ground. So these ones are actually mud and snow rated on the back. So we'll see how those hold up.
And, you know, I had a lot of input. No, I'm kidding. I actually just gave him the orders to go ahead and figure it out. Yeah. And he did all the research and chose what he wanted. So
there's a ton of tire brands out there. There's cheap, there's super expensive, there's top of the line, bottom of the line, you know. So I'm sure that everybody's got an opinion on tires. We stuck with the Michelins. They've served us well. And we did change tire sizes. However, the 275/80s are not as common, and the 295/75s actually are the same height, just a little bit wider. They're actually more common, and from what I understand, they're easier to get regularly at truck stops. They're more regular on trucks. So we did switch sizes, but hopefully we'll be happy with them, and we'll let you know down the road if we have issues.
You may be wondering, where is Bridgeport, Texas, and what's in Bridgeport, Texas?
Right.
Well, Bridgeport, Texas is just about, northwest of Fort Worth, Texas?
Yep. The Metroplex.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about... My brother lives in the Justin area, and we're about an hour, I think, from his place here. 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic.
Right.
So it was a nice place to come. We were able to meet up with him and his wife and John, our nephew, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah. And when we pulled into this Thousand Trails, we had no idea, but we were pulling in, and Scott's like, "Oh, hey, look at that!" And I was like, "What are you looking at?" I thought he was looking at the lake, but no,
Nope, there was a great big red HDT truck, and that belongs to some friends of ours, yep. Jim and Kelly from Sweet Travels.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we were able to, they just were, 2 doors down from us. So while they were actually kind of on their way out, they had already been here for 3 weeks, and we were just coming in, but we overlapped a couple of days, so we had an opportunity to visit with them. Just
briefly. They were busy with their family and Thanksgiving time, and we were busy. We had some meetings with our family, but we did Thanksgiving on our own.
Yep.
And Ashley made an amazing Thanksgiving dinner once again.
Well, when you're full time in your RV, we kind of had to improvise. So I had already purchased a turkey breast that was in the freezer, so I was able to take that out and defrost it right in time. And the rest of the stuff, I didn't really want to go to the grocery store because it was just a couple of days beforehand. I was like, oh, I forgot. So I sent Scott to Dollar General. So I call it our Dollar General Thanksgiving, but it turned out pretty well. I had a few things like fresh sweet potatoes and stuff, but everything else came from Dollar General, but it worked out well.
It worked out good. And Dollar General is just right outside the main gate of the RV park here. So it was nice away. And close. And we had stuffing and sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and the whole
turkey,
all the fixings,
cranberries, everything
you'd expect from Thanksgiving
rolls.
Dinner. Yep.
I did forget to make a vegetable, but with all that food, that's fine. So we done good.
She even made dessert. We had some pumpkin pie type stuff. It wasn't actually pumpkin pie, was it?
It was absolutely pumpkin pie, but it was a low carb crust.
That's what it
was.
Yep.
But it was pretty good. I used a thing called Carb Quick.
Yeah.
But it worked out really well, and I liked the flavor of it actually.
So the crust had low carbs. The rest of it, there were
I
still
did
carbs in the rest.
I didn't make it sugar free or anything like that. Sacrilege. So the rest of the Thanksgiving meal was carbolicious. So we do what we can, but we're not heathens.
But it's been really good. We've gotten to catch up with our family and some friends, so that's been really good. We got a few more days here, so we'll see what other trouble we can get into before we head out. It's Sunday Well, actually, it's not Sunday morning.
Sunday
It's
afternoon.
Sunday afternoon, and they told us that it was going to be nicer weather.
They said it's going to be sunny.
Yeah.
This is not sunny. And
it's
as a matter of fact, it's raining.
It's starting to rain.
Well,
So,
not really, but sprinkling.
so it's pre-travel day. We're going to start getting stuff set up. I got to get the motorcycle loaded back up, get the e-bikes all folded up, put back away.
Yeah, they're in their garage right now,
Yeah.
which is it's kind of our fake clam. But I tell you what, if you want one of those clams, but you don't want to pay the $400 or $500 for it, that whole Vivor thing, it's a knockoff brand. I think it's like 150, I don't know, 130 something bucks on sale.
Way less expensive. It's on Amazon. We'll put a link to it if you want one. But yeah, I can't imagine spending the $300 or $400 for one.
We're really happy with this. I put
it works good.
And put it down by myself.
Yeah.
2 times.
So anyway, they're there. It's there. We'll leave a link for that. But yeah, we're gonna get packed up. We got containers for the e-bikes now. Ashley's got her kitchen done. We were hoping that the sun was actually going to come out and clear up so everything would dry up before we packed up, but I guess we'll just deal with it as it is.
That's all right.
Welcome to rainy Texas. So we're going to get that done. Tomorrow's travel day. Not a big travel day, only 4 hours, I think, something like that. So
Yep, we're headed to the hill country because we like the hill country.
yeah, so let's get packed up. Holy mackerel, well, the sun came out, but a little bit. It's still cloudy though, but the wind's blowing like crazy. Got the motorcycle all loaded up. Got the e-bikes in. I found these Husky bins. It's crazy how many different dimensions there are in a 27-gallon bin. So I finally found a Husky bin that's a little bit taller, shorter, wider, that our e-bikes would fit in. So that's the one that our hay bikes will fit in. So that made it a lot easier to load them though, to kind of hold them all together as I put them in there, and they kind of stay more sturdy. But they kind of overlap in the middle because they're so big. One sits in front of the other, but gets them in the truck. So got to get the flag down when the wind going like crazy. Ashley's still getting some stuff set up in the back. It's supposed to continue to get warm up supposedly, but if this wind doesn't cut down, it's going to be a cold pre-travel loading day.
I think that probably is a better quality as the Velcro. I'm very careful when I remove it. I don't want to rip the Velcro off. I didn't know you were filming. I'm just lecturing you how to take this apart. Okay, hair is up. This wind is fun, but the sun is out. I'm going to see if I can't wrestle this down, so have fun watching. Should probably take out those steaks first. It's much easier when you don't have a dog and the wind helping you. And what you didn't see was partway through that video, water started coming out from underneath the motorhome. Scott left to go to the store. He apparently forgot he was filling the fresh water tank. He was only going to put about 3/4, half tank to 3/4 in just in case. Well, apparently it's full. So at least I was here and was able to just turn off the city water. Whoopsies. Now that I got that put away, I get to put away all this stuff. pretty much got it all. Just got to move a couple things, put the wagon away. And my little fire pit. But I'm calling that good. Okay. I'm almost done. Ugh, look at this hair. This is wind for you. This is the glamorous side of RVing. So some of you may be wondering, what is Scott doing? Why isn't he helping? He's actually offered to help like 6 times. But if any of you are organizers and you have somebody who doesn't do it exactly the way you want, it's just easier to do it yourself. So yes, do I appreciate his offer to help? Absolutely. But I'd rather do it myself because then I know where everything is and I can get it out and I can do it at my pace. And I will say, the majority of the stuff that is out here is stuff that I wanted and the stuff that I wanted to take out. I wanted to take out the camp shaft. I wanted the fake clam tent. I wanted the rug outside. Yeah, I wanted the fire pit. I have my tackle box in the bay. So a lot of it is stuff that he probably would leave in a dumpster if it wasn't for me. So I can't very well, I don't want to actually ask him to help put away things that I insist on bringing along. So he takes care of the maintenance and I go ahead and I set up the outside, and when it's time to go, I pack up the outside, and I'm okay with that. So just in case some of you have inquiring minds that wanted to know. So anyway, I'm just about finished up. I used the wind to help me. Actually, it dried the bottom of the rug and I was able to fold it. You got to work with the wind, not against it, because otherwise, well, you saw what happened with the non-clam.
Well, good morning, guys. Today's Monday. It's our travel day, so I just checked all the tie downs in the pickup and got the hood open here on Big Blue. Checked all the fluids, oils, all that good stuff. And looking at our coolant, it's right at the cold full mark, right where it's supposed to be. So I haven't lost any coolant since that little scare we had a few weeks back. Don't know where it came from. But it definitely was coming from inside. You could see it spraying around the belt and everything. So I do a quick check of everything. I always check my filters, check all my brake components, steering components, see if I see any loose hoses or fittings or bolts or any of that kind of stuff before we leave. So we get that done. We got most everything packed up. We got a couple of carpets and stuff left. I disconnected the water yesterday afternoon, filled our tank up, as you saw, overfilled our tank, and so we just ran off the tank water. We normally travel with our tank fairly close to full, just in case we run into an issue where we need it, and the Super C handles it like it's not even there, and being full, it doesn't slosh as much as being partially full. So anyway, that's my theory. So that's what we got done. I did check all the tire pressures, so I had to readjust all those. So normally when you buy tires, especially big truck tires, they set them at the max capacity. So these were set anywhere from 100 to 120. They weren't all dead on. So when we got back, I double checked the pressures. I like to go to the Michelin site. They have charts for all their different tires and tire sizes depending on the weights. We've actually done a 4-corner weigh on our coach, which basically gets the weighs of all 4 corners that are on the ground. So taking those numbers and using them on that chart with our tire style, brand, and tire size, we can actually get a recommended tire pressure. So we actually run 85 pounds all the way around in all of our tires, and that actually puts us a little over what the weight of our vehicle actually is when we were fully loaded. So at 85 pounds rather than 110 to 120 pounds, we got a lot smoother ride. Makes it much more comfortable. At 110, it's kind of like you're driving down the road on a couple of rocks, which is great if you're carrying that heavy load. So I always recommend you go to the website of the tires that you have, look them up, figure out the right tire pressures. I know some of the rallies, there's been, I think Michelin showed up and actually did the 4-corner weights for people. So I highly recommend that. We did that. I did that a couple days ago. This morning, first thing I did was I turned on my TPMS system and double checked, and everything's right where it was when I set them 2 days ago. So I'm not going to worry about getting the pressure gauge out and rechecking it. I put all new batteries in my TPMSs when I reinstalled them on here after having the tires replaced. So we're going to go with that. So got a few more things on the inside to clean up, pick up. Ashley's in there putting some of the stuff away. I'm going to go in and help finish that stuff. Then we'll get the slides in, get everything lowered down, and we'll be ready to hit the road. So how's everything going in here?
Good. Quit rushing me.
I'm not rushing you.
I was joking. That was funny. I don't care who you are. Getting the sink put away. Got the dog crate put away. Got everything over there situated, I think. I've gone over my checklist.
Good deal.
I don't know why we keep these sink covers, except for they look nice.
We're all packed up. We just got to get the slides in, and we're ready to hit the road.
I got my shower, so I got some wet hair still, but we got everything done.
Yep. And yeah, it was a good stay here. I would say that this 1,000 Trails was a plus.
I give it a thumbs up.
Absolutely. It was just fine.
Or 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Other than the cold weather that we ran into, we can't blame that on the campground. Everything was good. So
yeah, I'd stay here again.
we are going to hit the road, headed towards the hill country of Texas for a week or so. So follow along, and you can see what we find down there.
Yeah, make sure you hit the like button if you like this video.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe.
Love for you to subscribe.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Hit the notification bell, and that way you know when our new videos come out. And if you're interested in Super Cs, go check out that new group that we have on Facebook, Super C
RV Community.
Yep. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the road.
Bye.